Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about bridging the gap between technology and education. The organization that I'm representing is called Education First, excuse me. Um, so basically, we're going to go through a run through of the five adopters, bridging technology and education, and how Jesus used the adopters within this presentation. So I'm going to go ahead on and move on into the slide. Bridging the gap. Education first. Moving on to adopters. So there are five different adopters. You have innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. Now, innovators are people who are willing to experience new ideas. They are also willing to accept new challenges. Early adopters are very close to innovators. They are among the first people to accept new ideas and technology. Early majority are people who adopt new ideas. However, they're more cautious and they are more likely to research and look into new technology. The late majority often approach adoption of new ideas, technology with caution as well. They are more likely to adopt new ideas, but out of necessity. Laggards are the last group to accept innovations, and they are not open to new ideas or technology at all. So within this presentation, you're going to find different ways that we as leaders could pretty much push the late majority and laggards into this new technology. So let's be moving on. The positive changes. Changes often happen in a system and typically happens with technology. Innovators, early adopters, and early majority are people who are willing to experience new changes in technologies. Early adopters of disruptive innovations are more knowledgeable, of the product domain. I would use these group of people to go out and encourage the positivity of the new changes and technologies and encourage them to mentor others who are struggling with the change. Innovators, early adopters, and early majority are all great groups of people who are really that leaders could use to their advantage by helping, encouraging um, laggards and late majority to basically to embrace this new technology. Jesus had many followers. However, even they fell into a category. In fact, there is a person in particular who is an innovator and an early adopter, pretty much however you would see it, and he's Peter. Jesus uses Peter to step out on his faith and follow him. Jesus said, "Come follow me, and I will send you out to fish for people." At once, they left their nets and followed him. In this particular scripture, you can see how Peter and actually Andrew, Peter's brother, they pretty much didn't second guess Jesus at all. They just did what Jesus told them to do, being quite obedient. But it also goes to show that they trust Jesus a lot and that they are within this time period on earth, that they are the innovators and the early adopters. Encouraging positive changes. Usage of new technology changes the consumer's ways of purchasing of products and services. I would encourage late majority and laggards to explore the new technologies that are being introduced with the organizations. I would explain that technology is going to change and grow no matter what, and it's not a scary thing. In fact, it is a positive change because as technology grows, resources and knowledge grows with it. We have seen the Lord, but he said to them, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands, and put my finger where his nails were, and put my hand to his side, I will not believe." Thomas was a doubter of Jesus, and yet Jesus came to him all the same. Jesus worked with these type of people by getting down on their level. So Thomas is a perfect example of a late majority or laggard. As a matter of fact, I would even group him into laggard, and this is because he was a bit of a doubter. He wasn't sure if this person was the Messiah. So until he got a little bit more proof of who Jesus actually is, he just wasn't going to believe it at all. So he's quite different than Peter and Andrew, whereas Peter and Andrew were so ready to go on with Jesus, and Thomas was just a bit of a doubter. Modeling Christ. Everything Jesus does has always been for the better of other people. He would encourage them, guide them, teach them, love them, and show them the greatness of God. It is important to lead a system in a way that models Christ because we encourage people to do the best that they can. And moving on, these are our references and the last of our presentation. I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your time.